Hello and welcome back to my channel. This year I am getting 4 new nieces and I decided that I wanted to make a crocheted blanket for each of them. I originally thought of doing this like when they all were announcing their pregnancy, so a long time ago, and I just kept putting it off, and now one of the babies is already here. Like, I've already met one of my nieces. The other ones are like coming very soon. So I need to get started on this and finished. I don't know how easy this task will be, but I just kind of have to prioritize it. I did already make my first niece her blanket. He loves pizza, and I remember like even one year I got him for like the secret sibling exchange, and I got him a pizza blanket. Like, it's just something that I have known that he loves pizza. But anyway, whenever he first got married to his wife, before they even had kids or anything like that, I purchased this pattern for a pizza baby blanket because I knew that's what I wanted to do whenever they did have their first kid. So anyway, I did start this probably like middle of January or maybe at the beginning of January, I don't remember, and then I kind of slacked off and stopped working on it, and then I got really behind, and so it's still not all the way finished, but it basically is. I got the whole like blanket part done. This is what it looks like so far, but I haven't done all the toppings. So I was working on this thing a lot right before I met her, which was I think last week is when I met her, and I was hoping to have this blanket done by then so I could give it to them. I took it with me and everything, and then I looked at it and realized that there's a whole pepperoni missing. I don't remember what happened, why I ended up taking the last pepperoni that I made apart, but I think that's what happened is I took it apart instead of sewing it on, and so it just never got done. So anyway, that's what I need to do first. I want to finish this blanket. It's almost done. Like I said, I just have to sew that pepperoni on, but I might have to make it first. I don't know. Anyway, so I need to do that. I do really love the blanket. I think it looks great. I am a little insecure about the fact that it is a pizza blanket. Like, the more I started working on it, I was like, this is such a weird thing to get my poor niece, like a pizza blanket. It just feels kind of wrong, especially with the other blankets that I'm planning to make my other nieces. So she will definitely be getting another baby blanket. Also, this blanket had so many problems with it. First, I ran out of yellow yarn too quick, and I only used yarn that I already had. I didn't actually purchase any yarn for this blanket, and so I ran out of the yellow yarn, so that already was smaller, and then it made the whole blanket smaller. So I feel like it's just like too small. Like, I feel like she's already going to outgrow this super fast. And so probably for Christmas, I will make her another blanket that's like more special and like girly and just better for her. I just feel like that is my plan. But for now, she has a pizza blanket, and it's kind of special in a way because I bought this before she was even born. When her parents were first married, I bought this pattern. So I feel like that is special in itself, but I'm still a little bit insecure about it. And then also, obviously, the size. And then also, I'm not giving it to her right away. I didn't give it to her before she was even born. And now, even after I met her, like, it's just taking me a while to get this thing completely finished. So the first thing I'm going to do is finish the pepperoni, place it on here. It'll probably be in this spot over here because that's kind of where it's blank. But as you can see, like, I didn't even have enough red yarn to make the pepperoni, and so I think it called for 9. I only made 6, I think. And then also the actual pattern does call for other toppings. Like, it does have patterns for other toppings, but I just feel like just a pepperoni pizza is nice. And since the blanket is already smaller, I think it's okay that I don't have to make as much pepperoni, but it's still something that I am a little insecure about. But like I said, I will be making her another blanket that's more like special. It'll be a little bit bigger than like normal baby blanket, or at least bigger than this blanket. I do feel a little bit better about all of that. So that's my first task, and then I also have to make the other blankets. I don't know what all I'm going to do in this exact video. I was thinking of doing like all of my nieces in one video, but I just know that it's going to probably take me a while to do that. But it's definitely priority that I finish my second niece her blanket because she is due early next month, like the first week of next month, and her baby shower is in 2 weeks, I think. So anyway, I just really need to get that done. There is a chance that I could get that done in 2 weeks. I just have to really prioritize that and not work on anything else, and that is a hard thing for me to do. But I will show you what I'm planning to do with her blanket after I finish this one and get it all done. I'm so excited. So let's just get started. I already have talked too much. I'm so excited. finish the pizza blanket, I will have it on the screen because I'm kind of like trying to stretch it out and block it a little bit. I am pretty happy with how it turned out. I do like wish I could make some more pepperoni, and I might end up doing that, but I do need to focus on some of the other blankets I need to make. So I can't put all of my attention on this blanket right now, especially since I wasn't planning on making them. And the other bread that I have, like I ran out of the bread that I used for the pepperonis and the sauce. I ran out of that bread. I have a different kind of bread, but they're not exactly the same, so I don't know if it would change the look too much. So we'll see if I end up adding more pepperoni or not. As of right now, I'm not planning on it though. Now I'm going to make the second baby blanket. This is a baby blanket for my husband's twin brother's, his daughter. I am so excited. I think the theme I'm going to do for this one is like a daisy theme. I haven't actually decided what themes I'm doing for all the kids, except from I know which one I'm doing for my sister because it's going to be the theme of her nursery, her baby shower, all of that stuff. I might try to do that with this baby as well. I just haven't decided yet. Anyway, I was trying to pick like colors and things, and I wanted to use yarn that I already have. I probably will still have to purchase more yarn, but I didn't want them all to have like the same color. I already know the theme for my sister and then my sister-in-law, my brother's baby, and obviously the pizza blanket as well. I am planning to make another baby blanket for her besides just the pizza blanket, and I don't know the theme I'm going to do for that one or for my other niece if that makes sense. I think I want to do like a green though, and then yellow and white as like the secondary colors. I think that would look cool. I really love this shade of green and I just think it's so pretty. So I was thinking of doing green, but I know purple is like a more girly color, so I was also thinking of doing purple. I just can't decide what to do for this blanket. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do green though. I think she's having a baby sprinkle instead of like a normal baby shower. What I can tell, I'm not exactly sure. I think the theme of her sprinkle is like donuts, so I thought about even like doing something like sprinkles or something like that would be super cute. I haven't actually decided yet what I'm going to do. The main thing that I want to do for all of these blankets is to have their names crocheted into the blanket in some way, whether that's me using tapestry crochet or like making granny squares of each letter of their name. I just want their name to be on it somehow. I was making something for somebody else and I'm still planning on finishing this project. I just haven't worked on it in a while. So this is kind of like what it would look like if I did a granny square. I've done some more searching and I actually really like the look of these bubble granny squares. So I might do that with her name and then like make some plain squares and then like some with like, actually like here's a great example of a blanket that's like that, like maybe something like that. I think that would look super cute. I don't really love doing the puff stitch though. It's actually pretty hard for me to do, so I don't know if I want to do something like that, but it's kind of cute. Here's another version. I kind of like the way that looks and I think that would be so cute with like green, but the only thing is this yarn is not the same weight as these yarns, I think, so that might throw it off a little bit, but I kind of like the way that looks, so I might do something like that. It would be cute to do like maybe like bunnies since she's like due right around Easter time. She's gonna be an Easter baby, and then my other niece, she was born the day before Valentine's Day, so I could do hearts for her and then like bunnies for my other niece. I think I'm just going to do the little daisies though. I think I like this the best, and I was actually planning on doing a different daisy one, but I like the way that this looks and I think it'll work the best with the colors that I have, but then obviously have her name, and I'll probably just try to do this kind of stitch rather than the bubble stitch, and then maybe for my other niece I'll do the bubble stitch. I just know I hate doing the bubble stitch, so I'm not going to look forward to doing that, and so I don't want to do it when I have so many baby blankets to make right now. But I really like the way this looks, and it looks like it's a free pattern, which I love a good free pattern. This is super cute though. The blanket is super cute and I know I definitely want to do it. I could just like embroider her name into it, and I kind of like the idea of embroidering it, but the only thing is I am bad at embroidery. I've actually never really done it before. That's the only problem, but I think it would look so cute, like her little name in cursive like at the bottom of it or something. That would be so cute. So I think that's what I want to try to do, but I think this is the way I'm going to go because it looks super cute. Hello again. It's been a few days and I've been working on my niece's blanket. I don't remember what all I've shown you so far, so this is the pattern that I'm following. A cute little granny square with a like daisy flower in the middle. I just think it is so cute. I have made 3 of these now I did go ahead and make all the flowers. I was making like just one square at a time, and then I decided to just make all the flowers. That way if I crochet these tomorrow, I only have to take my green yarn and my hook. I don't have to take like all 3 colors. I just felt like that would have maybe been too much. So now all I have to do is like the green border part, like I am working on here. So this is only 1 row of green. The baby shower for my niece is this weekend, this Saturday, and it is currently Tuesday. I'm hoping to get it done by Saturday. Thankfully this is pretty quick to work with. The only thing is this pattern calls for 9 squares, and I already think my squares aren't as big as the picture, which I think I actually did use a smaller hook than they called for. And also I just don't know if I love the size. Obviously you do have the border as well, so it is going to be bigger, and I am going to block them so they will be stretched out just a bit, which I will probably actually block these now before I finish all the other ones, just so that I can get a little bit closer to being done. But anyways, I'm having so much fun with this pattern. It is definitely an easy pattern, and I just think it is so cute, and I cannot wait to see it all together as a blanket. I just came home from work. I got my 2 squares finished. These are the last 2 that I needed to work on. I got all the rest done last night, and I actually got this done so early this morning, so I wasn't able to crochet the rest of the day, sadly. I also don't know if my blanket is going to be too small, if I need to make more squares. So I'm going to lay these all out and see how big it looks. I do still need to block these squares. They look really like wonky before you block them. Hopefully these squares look more uniform and in shape, we'll see. So I'm just going to line them up, see what they look like, and then if it looks good, I'm going to block these 2 squares, and then I'm just going to start working on sewing those squares together. That way I can get it done as soon as possible. I mean, that'd be great if I could just get it done really quick before Saturday, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. Sadly, I do think it is too small. I compared it to the pizza blanket, which has really been able to stretch out, which I'm so happy, because I really was very insecure about the size. I feel a lot better about it now. This blanket that is for Ella Rose, I'm going to add 3 more flower squares to go on the side, and then on the bottom I'm going to make 4 more squares, so that'll be 4 by 4. But the bottom 4 squares are going to have her name somehow. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to worry about all the flower ones. I'll probably just make the flowers again today, and then tomorrow I can make the border whenever I babysit again, just like today, or if I get into it, that's fine. But I'll probably do the flowers first and then try to work on what I want to do for her name. I am going to go ahead and block all of these squares again, just so that they're as stretched out as possible, so that whenever I sew them, it looks good. Some of the squares look very well blocked. Like this one, I feel like is really good. All the corners are good, and like they're pretty straight sides. But then you have ones that are like this, and it's a lot more wavy and curly, and so I want to redo these. So we have this much more green, so I'm glad I bought some more. I am hoping that I have enough gold to make the circles for the inside, because I didn't have very much of that to begin with. But thankfully that is like the smallest portion of color that I need, so I think we'll be good. But anyway, I'm going to work on this, and I'll keep you updated as I go. I am back home from a very long day at work, but I did get quite a lot of work done. I worked on 2 more of those granny squares, so I only have 1 more left of that, and it's only the green rose. And then I made 2 plain ones. I really hate the way these look. One of them also is done wrong. Like one of them's bigger than the other, I think. I don't know, but blocking should fix that, and there should be no problem. But they are looking a little bit wonky. Like, I don't know, I don't love the way they look, but I'm excited. I really cannot wait to put her name on them, but that probably is going to be honestly the last thing I do. Even after I sew all of them together, it probably won't even be until after then that I put her name on there. So I'm going to block these squares that I've already done, and then I have 3 more squares to make, and then I can start joining. I hope to start my joining process tonight, but I'm going to block these. I'm going to leave those ones probably on the blocking board, and then I will start joining, and then the last step will be to embroider her name. Good morning. It is the next day. I actually got a lot more done last night than I thought I would be able to, and I'm so excited to show you what I've done so far. I am babysitting right now, so I'm gonna try to talk quietly. So the boys are still sleeping. Hopefully they stay asleep for a little bit. That way I can work on this more. I did start joining my squares, and I did all of the joining one way, and now I just have to go the other way. If you saw my book blanket video, you know how difficult the joining process has been for me. But since then, I have had no problem with it, and like I'm doing just fine, and it's actually a lot of fun and very easy to do. So once you get the hang of it, it's a lot easier. I made it seem very hard in that video, and I thought it was very hard, but if you ask me now, I would definitely change my opinion. So this is what it's looking like. I don't know how good the lighting or how much you can see. It's so cute. I literally love it so much. The squares on the bottom, they are a little bit bigger. I'm going to like show you, probably I'll just like record it and show you on the screen while I talk. Oh gosh, I'm very quiet. He's awake. He is usually awake at this time anyway, so I'm going to hope that it wasn't my voice that woke him up. Squares on the bottom are a little bit bigger. It might look a little bit weird. I hope it doesn't, but it might. So I'm going to wait until I join everything before I embroider her name onto it. I'm really nervous about it, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. It just needs to get done, and I know it'll look cute no matter what. I'm so excited to embroider her name. I think that's going to be like my favorite detail of the blanket. I am so sorry about the wind. It is extremely windy outside right now, but this is everything that I got done while I was babysitting today. So I got the whole blanket put together, and I did the entire white border. All I have to do is weave in the ends, and I still do need to embroider her name into the bottom. But other than that, completely done. I just love it. I think it is so cute, and it's bigger than I thought it was going to be, which I think is a good thing, honestly. Let me compare it to the pizza blanket again. I mean, they're basically the same size almost, I feel like. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm just going to continue working on this. I'm almost done, so I'm just going to try to finish it tonight. And then I'm so excited. We're done. We did it, I think. I haven't embroidered the name yet, and who knows how long that'll take. But I think I completed this blanket before the baby shower. We'll see. Hello, you get to see a very messy spot in my house. I haven't had a chance to clean like the whole second half of the week, so it is what it is. I have just been determined to get this blanket finished, and I think I did it. I was just at a conference, and I was able to crochet a little bit at the end there because I knew I just needed to get it done because the baby shower is today in 3 hours. Nope, only 2 hours, and it takes us an hour to get there. So not a lot of time at all. So I was like, I just need to do it because I didn't want to be stressed about it. It's definitely not perfect. I was working so hard on it. I had to do it and then redo it a ton of times because like it's really hard to embroider without having any guide. And I don't know if I've even said it. I feel like I probably have. But I originally was trying to write with marker. Did not work. Nothing was showing up. And I have no other way to like write something so I can follow a guide. So I just did this all freehand. And it was very, very challenging to do. I definitely want to get some of that like I don't even know what it is, but you have like a piece of paper that you put over it where you can write on it and then you can sew through it. I do think it's so cute. I do wish I could block it a little bit more, and I probably won't be able to do that in our amount of time. It's very crooked lettering. It's not great at all. It's not even close to perfect, but I do think it is special. I especially think it's special because this is my first time ever doing embroidery, and now my niece gets that, and I think it'll be so cool that she has like the first blanket that I ever embroidered. I know if it was my aunt that did it for me, I would be over the moon excited. So I hope she grows to love this blanket. It is a baby blanket, so she won't be able to use it for too long, but it is bigger than I originally thought, which is good. So I love it. This is what it looks like. Haven't even done the reveal. So cute. I love it. I even love the embroidered parts. I love that it's a little bit crooked and not perfect. I think it is so cute. I was even able to fit the hyphen. Wasn't sure if I would be able to do that. It is adorable, and I think it adds so much to the blanket. It's just so cute. I love it. Only other part that I do have to do is figure out what to do about this back, because that looks awful. Guess I have to weave in these ends. Not looking forward to doing that, but I have to. And then I just have to hope and pray that this blanket does not come apart in the wash. I'm not worried about the flowers. I think they're pretty sewn in there. The only thing I would be worried about is like the actual squares being joined together themselves, and then obviously the embroidery part. Those are the only two things that I'm not sure about weaving in the ends, but like the actual squares, you actually like crochet it together, so it shouldn't fall apart. Like, it shouldn't. But I just love it so much, and I made this. I am so proud of myself. This has been like the best project I've ever done, probably. I feel like I'm really advancing as a crocheter. I've been crocheting since 2020, so for a long time I feel like, but I still feel like I'm a beginner crocheter because I haven't really gone outside my comfort zone. I haven't done anything else, and I honestly haven't even finished a lot of projects, but I finally am starting to do that, and I'm finally starting to learn some new patterns and some new techniques. I learned 2 new techniques in this, something called a extended double crochet. Never done that before, learned that today, and then a extended double crochet decrease. I just love learning new things, and it was so much fun. Embroidery, so actually I learned 3 things in this one blanket, and I'm so happy. I don't know how this video is going to go, if this is the end of it and you only got to see me make the 1 blanket and kind of 2 in a way. Anyway, I can't talk too much because I do need to finish this blanket and get a few things done before we leave, and that is very, very soon. So I'm going to go, and we will see if this video ends here or not. I thank you so much for watching if this is the end. If not, I'll see you in a few seconds.